Okay, in today's video about Jasmy Coin, I want to check out this part of the price action because I think there might be an extremely bullish setup in Jasmy Coin here that suggests maybe the bottom is in, and this is just the beginning of a huge uptrend, which and just for the first target, we are going to take the highest side in this region around 6 cents. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you remember, a couple of days ago, we got this decent move down right in here, and followed by that, now we are getting a solid bounce back. Now, in terms of classic TA, meaning support and resistances, I can tell you, well, okay, this move down can be interpreted as a very violent pullback to this very important broken resistance area, which is now going to act as a support region, and we can say, well, okay, that was it, our move down is over. Is this enough of a bullish sign? For me personally, no. You see, let's go around here. If you are a new viewer, which I do know a lot of you are, you need to know that in my analysis, I use a whole lot of Elliott waves. And if you want to argue in terms of Elliott waves, we are going to have our final bottom somewhere around here. Maybe this is like a very important support. Then okay, we need to be able to find off of the lowest low in this region, a 5 wave on the upside. This specific example is a normal 5 wave. The rules first are we shouldn't have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of impulsive structure, wave 3 right in here should not be the smallest wave. And for sub waves, if you are a regular viewer, you know it. We must have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. There we go. And for wave 2 and 4, doesn't really matter. We can have many different scenarios. Let's say maybe an ABC into wave 4, something like this, and a WXY into wave 2. Understood? Okay, let's go on the live chart and count some waves and see what can be our possible bullish setup in this region. So here's the situation. I can actually find a 5 wave up in this move, and here is how. This might be starting from this low to about here, the wave 1, correction for wave 2, decent move up into wave 3. This is a correction for 4, and if you go on some lower time frames, you can actually identify the subways for it. I think we had in here an ABC zigzag, and then this can be our final move up into wave 5. Now, I can tell you the bottom is in, and here is how. This is 5 up, this is a correction down, and maybe we are dealing with a 1 and a 2, which suggests that at the moment we are on our way to complete the subwaves for a big wave 3, and then 4, and then 5. Now, here's a very important point. This can also be another 1 and a 2, but on a lower degree relative to this 1 and a 2 in here, and maybe right now we are on our way to complete a wave 3, and then 4, and then 5, which in this case, what we do want to see in Jasmy Coin is just a continuation of the move on the upside. And by the way, just in this phase, I'm expecting Jasmy to take the highest side in this region around 6 cents. So this can actually be our bullish setup. What is going to invalidate this possibility? Well, let's just do this and zoom in more. Okay, here's the situation, and I need you to now pay full attention to what I'm about to say. If we get some more moves on the upside, something like this, and then after it a move down, in order to take this specific low around, let's say 4.1 cents, at that point we need to be open to the possibility of this move down in Jasmy Coin continuing a little bit in order to take this low and maybe have once more a retest of this region, and then at that point we can get a solid continuation of our uptrend. But for now, since we're not there yet and we're not seeing a whole lot of bearish signs in these areas, I would argue maybe for us it's actually better to be bullish. Now, here's a very important point, and I need you to fully understand this. If we want to say that our bull run in Jasmy Coin overall is over, then okay, we need to be able to find off of the highest side in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down. And we said it earlier, wave 3 under any circumstance should not be the smallest wave. This is a big no-no in Elliott waves. That's why I want to say if this move up is going to continue just a little bit more, and in it, we actually take this high right in here around 5 cents at that point, because there's going to be for us pretty much, I would say, no shot to be able to find a 5 wave down in here. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. We are going to say that, look, whatever move on the downside that we're going to have, even according to the worst scenario that suggests we're going to get some more downward price action, it's just going to be a corrective movement and not an impulse. And after it's over, we are going to continue our move up in order to take the highest side in this region for the first target around 6 cents and maybe go quite a bit more higher than that. And I do think that is actually possible for Jasmy Coin to reach to maybe somewhere around 8 to 10 cents. So again, for the next couple of days, maybe even next couple of hours, I need you to have your eyes on this very important high around 5 cents. If we take it, that is going to be a very important bullish sign, because at that point, how are you going to be able to find a 5 wave down in here? Are you going to say that this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a wave 3, correction for 4, another move down into wave 5, then okay. If you want to say that we're going to have something like this, well, is wave 3 the smallest wave in this region or not? Let's measure it from this point to about here. Is it smaller than our wave 1? The answer is absolutely yes. Is it also smaller than wave 5? Definitely. So that's why, again, we want to say taking this high in Jasmy Coin matters a lot for those who absolutely doubt about whether our bull run is over or not. For me, personally, doesn't really matter, because I can see many more reasons to believe that our bull run in Jasmy Coin not only is not over, but also maybe we are somewhere just in the middle of it. I think it's definitely possible to have that. And finally, here is another very important bullish sign that I need you to have your eyes on for the next couple of days. Let's actually go on a less busy chart so we can see the candles in weekly time frame a bit better. Let's go on Coinbase's chart. There we go. Let's zoom in more. Okay. So what do we see in this candle? A huge move on the upside with a great body. Now, here's a very important point. In the current candlestick in Jasmy Coin, we are having a very long shadow. And if in the next couple of days, when this candle gets closed, we're going to have actually a green candlestick in here that can be interpreted as an insanely bullish sign. Why is that? Well, let me tell you what happened in here so far. Basically, starting from here, we had a great move on the upside, and because the body of this candle is quite huge, we can say this move up definitely has some strong momentum. Followed by that, we got a very violent pullback, which if you go on some lower time frames, you can definitely see it. And so far, the main reason for why we are having this shadow is actually because of the bulls having at the moment the upper hand, meaning we did get a violent pullback, fair enough, but immediately bulls are taking control and pushing the price just higher and higher. Now, if by the end of the week we're gonna have overall a green candle right in here, you can say at that point with quite a bit of confidence that bulls do have a lot of power in Jasmy Coin. This is how you analyze candlesticks. It doesn't really matter whether we're gonna have a big bodied candle or maybe a shadow right in here. What really matters is the story behind it. That is what you need to understand. And according to the stories, so far in Jasmy Coin, we are looking great. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video and go back on our own chart. There we go. So in Jasmy Coin, recently we got a very decent move on the downside, and I want you to understand these types of moves are absolutely normal in an alt season. In a lot of coins, we had something similar, and there is just nothing to be worried about. Now, here's a very important point. There is a chance that the bottom might be in on Jasmy, and we can say in terms of Elliott Waves, look, this is a 1-2, followed by that, this might be another 1 or 2 on a lower degree. And what you want to see in order to be quite confident about the bottom being in is just a continuation of the move up in order to set higher highs and high lows. What you do not want to see in Jasmy Coin is this move up continuing just a little bit more, and then after it a move down in order to take this low. Why is that? Because At that point, we're going to say maybe this move is going to continue a little bit, and in it, we might take the lowest low in this region. Does this mean that at that point, we are going to be absolutely bearish? No, definitely not, because I still fully believe that this whole move down right here, whatever is happening, is just going to be even at that point a correction structure and not an impulse. And after it's over, we're going to get a continuation of our bull run in order to take at least the highest side in this region, around 6 cents for the first target. And I just don't believe that we are going to stop here. No, I think we might go quite a bit more higher than that. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Jasmy Coin's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.